Hello, my name is Professor William Corder, and I am the instructor for this Physical Geography of the Environment 101, number 20805, that runs from February 5th at 4 p.m. through June 3rd, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. in this spring 2023 semester at Santa Ana College. I want to go through a few things about this class, this course, about Canvas a little bit. Now, I realize that probably most of you have had Canvas classes at this point, but every instructor kind of builds their classes a little bit differently. I'm going to show you how to do mine or how to get through mine, how to navigate mine. But first, let me give you a few other things. First of all, Canvas suggests using Chrome or Firefox rather than Safari. And they also suggest that you clear your cache to ensure the fluidity of the functioning of your system. YouTube has lots of videos on how to do that. Canvas's phone number is 844-612-7428. I would log that into my phone if I was you. I have it in my phone. They're available to you free of charge 24/7. And before we start, I will tell you this, that I work out at the YMCA, and there's a guy there who I work out with sometimes. His name is Gabe. His name is Gabriel, but he goes by Gabe. And he's a bit older than me. He's a Vietnam veteran. And he once said to me when he found out that I was a geography teacher, he said, I didn't realize how important geography was until I got to Vietnam. Because, of course, when you're fighting in a war, you need to understand latitude and longitude. You need to understand landscape. You need to understand climate. And you need to understand meteorology. And you need to understand topography and all of these things. So what I'm telling you is that geography is actually a really important discipline. Who knew that it was? But in fact, indeed, it is. So this is the way you get onto this class. You type in sac.edu as in sac.edu, and this page or a very similar page will show up. You click on Canvas right here, and when you do that, it's going to bring up this page, which gives you this bronze-colored login banner. You click on that and then enter your information, and eventually it's going to bring you through to this, which is called your Canvas dashboard. Now, this is my Canvas dashboard, so it looks a bit different from yours. But anyway, you find your class. Here it is, Geography 101, number 20805. You click on that, and it will bring you to your Physical Geography of the Environment 101 homepage. That's what this is called. It says Start Here under Announcements. Please make sure you check the announcements on a weekly basis so you see what I'm typing in there. But if you click on Start Here, you can see there's some information that I would hope that you would read through. Watch the little video. There you go. Let me backspace here. Then you can see also in announcements, you have Welcome to Physical Geography in the Environment 101. Yes, this is similar to Start Here. As you'll see, there is some redundancy that's built into the class by the college itself. So I'm just telling you in advance. If you already went through the Start Here, you probably don't need to do the Welcome to Physical Geography. Now, there is going to be a quiz the first week on the syllabus, and it's important that you complete all the assignments that are going to be in Module 1, or at least the first two assignments that are in Module 1 that are due on February 11th at 11:59 p.m. Because if you don't do that, I'm required to drop you by both the college and the state. By law, I have to do it. If you don't like that, speak to one of your elected representatives because I can do nothing about it. It's just something that has to happen. So please get those things done on time. Here's your syllabus. It'll open for you automatically. As I said, there's a quiz on this, so make sure you read through it. Notice here's the no-show statement. And then you can see some stuff about the class, disclaimer, I reserve the right to modify this course syllabus, course overview, whatever you want to call it, if necessary. There's a way to contact me. Make sure you read through that. Some things about the class, the textbook, which there's multiple versions of textbooks you can use, but this is a free textbook. I do not quiz you directly on the textbook. The textbooks are used, if you want to use them, they are used for supplement only to help you kind of understand these concepts in a greater ability. Course placement and transferability, read that. DSPS statement. If you're a DSPS student, please get your documentation to me immediately or as quickly as possible so that I can accommodate you appropriately. Course objectives, course topics. The class is broken into 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of those ends with an exam. Attendance, you are attending this class by doing the weekly assignments. Course grading, please read through this because, of course, as I said, you are not only going to be doing this, but at the same time, you're going to have a quiz on it in the first week. If the scale is a straight scale, notice no exams will be dropped, no video homework assignment quizzes will be dropped. The syllabus quiz will not be dropped. No discussion board assignments will be dropped. There are no makeups, retakes, or redos on any graded assignment or quiz or exam. A 0 will be assigned for all exams, video homework assignments, discussion boards, whatever quizzes that are not completed. This is the schedule for the entire semester. Take a look at that. I'll scroll through it. I'm down here, some things about Canvas, technical support, required technology. Obviously, you're taking an online class, so you need to have good technology and good internet connections, but you can use the school also for this stuff. Academic honesty, assignments in Canvas, important dates, miscellaneous, Title IX. Okay, let's continue to scroll down. Here are the suggestions for successful completion of geography. It's a mouthful to say, which are these 12 bullet points. They're also being quizzed on that quiz. Some stuff about instructor contact and how to contact me. There I am at the Taj Mahal. My bio, so to speak, how to email me. Please make sure you read through this thing about emailing me or messaging me before you do it, so that you don't do anything that you shouldn't be doing. Course description, materials, and so on. Okay, let's come over here back to home, just so I show you we can go to home. Then I'm going to go to modules over here on the left hand side. And when I do that, theoretically it's going to pull up. Here we go. Okay, so this is mine. It's not yours, so you don't have instructor resources. You'll see something slightly different, but you will have course information. So in the course information module, I would go through all of these little points here, each one of these pages, but you can see what they are. I'll just click through some of them. Welcome to Physical Geography of the Environment. It's very similar to the start here. Then you can click next down at the bottom right. It'll bring up the syllabus again. As I said, there is redundancy built in. Click next again. And instructor contact, more about that. I told you there's redundancy built in. Communication plan and course policies. So I would read through all of those just so you kind of know what's happening. Let's go back over here to modules, and I'm going to scroll down to module 1. And what I want you to see is this. All graded assignments in my classes are indented one space. So you can see even in module 2, indented one space is a discussion board. In module 1, there's 4. They're not all due the first week, but there are 4. The 2 that are due the first week that you must get done in order not to be dropped are the syllabus quiz and the first discussion board. You can see that these are the 2 video homework assignments right here, but they're not due until February 18th. But these first 2, the syllabus quiz and the discussion board, you have to get those done, okay? And they must be done the first week or I have to drop you. So what I would do is I would click on Module 1 Introduction, and I would read through this, and I would watch the video, and then I would begin doing my work. And the work includes the syllabus quiz. So here's the syllabus quiz. If you click on that, make sure on anything that's going to be graded, is it going to pull up for me? Here we go. Make sure you read the instructions. All right? So it seems simple, but please just read the instructions and then start the quiz. Something about the textbook versus me, tells you a little bit about the textbooks. And then discussion board, which also must be done. Please read through this. And then in order to answer with the discussion board, you can't see anybody's discussions until you click on this and enter something. So you enter your response to this, blah, 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 blah. Just get rid of that. And then you would click post reply, and then it will pop up, and then you'll see everybody else's. Then you see if I click next down here, it will bring me to the first of these video homework assignments. Again, read the instructions before you do it. You can see that there's a link there. You click on the link and it will bring you to this video that you watch, which is professionally captioned by the very wealthy Annenbergs. And then you can see, click down here again at next and pull it up. Wow, I don't know what's going on. Okay, here we go. You click on this, it will bring you to the next video, and you just click on it and watch it. Again, it's captioned professionally. All right, now let me show you about how this module is going to work and what you're going to be responsible for. So at the end of each section, you will have an exam. Okay, the first section includes these: Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, and then Module 4 is your first exam. All right, then we start the second module. We sort of start the whole game all over again. Let's look at Module 1. They all work the same way. You can see right here, Section 1, Module 1, Terms and Concepts. This is the information you need to get out of my lectures, the video lectures that are in Module 1. All right? And then what's going to happen is eventually, when you reach Module 4, you'll be tested on these things. Where are they at? How do you get that information? By clicking on any one of these. And this is the order I want you to go through them. But if you click on Introduction to Physical Geography of the Environment, click on that video, it will begin. And you start hearing about what the Earth system is. And then you can go next and click on the next one. If it will open up for me. Okay, and here's the next one, Geometry of Degrees. Or 3 Earth movements, or rotation of the Earth demonstration, and so on. Okay, that's the way you go through. You watch the lectures and you get the information out of it, and then eventually you're going to take the test. It's very much like taking a regular class face to face. It's just that, we aren't sitting in a classroom together. But the videos are similar to what would be happening in a classroom anyway. And I want you to notice that occasionally you will see something that says more about, for example, the seasons. This is just somebody else talking about how the seasons occur, because sometimes people need a little bit more information about it and they don't need it from me. So that's why I put some of those things in from time to time. Now, I want you to know this about the discussion boards. Discussion board topics in this class are not just straight ahead geography topics in all cases. Although almost anything can be construed as geography, but they're meant to represent topics that might arise kind of organically in a face-to-face or a live class. They have some relation to geographic topics, but they might be some kind of distantly related. Nevertheless, they're the types of topics that come up in a college classroom and then elicit discussion. And that's the way we're going to roll, because I want to keep it as much like a real class in face-to-face as possible. And in fact, in a lot of these videos, you're going to see that I'm talking to the class. I'm talking to you as if you were actually in the class. I think that builds a little bit of community, and it makes it feel a little bit more like we're in a classroom rather than just watching YouTube videos. So that's what the game is. And then you can see as we scroll through here, we've got this all the way through down to module 16. I'm not going to go all the way down to module 16. Click back over here to home, and I will tell you this. If you would like an extra 5 points on your first exam, that section 1 exam that's in module 4, email me or message me through Canvas with the name of the guy from the YMCA that I spoke about regarding geography at the beginning of this video. Put the name of the class, which is Geography 101, number 20805, and his name in the subject box. And then put your name in the body of the email and send it to me. But this must reach me by 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday, February 8th in order to receive those points. If it comes to me after that, it's not going to count. Okay, so it's a kind of exercise in making sure that you get things in on time. All right, let's have a great semester.